Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Buzzard's Nest podcast. I'm Buzz, your host, and this is episode 11, actually, that I'm calling it. I don't consider the intro one. That was just getting us started into this. Hey, I wanted to start out tonight's podcast with a little update about the podcast. Presently, we are doing really good on Podomatic for listeners. More are appreciated. We're making good levels. We ranked out in the top 300 in society and culture on Podomatic. That's just a comparison within them. Our YouTube channel kicked out pretty good. We have 11 videos right now and 900 and some odd views total. So we're doing pretty good there. And don't forget, we have the Kickstarter going to try to get us going into a better area of professional service for hosting our podcast. Zencastr, a new mixer board. But if you go to Kickstarter.com, it's all explained there in very good detail. I don't want to beat your heads in with it right now. It's just this podcast is about happy thoughts today. Happy thoughts. I wanted to start out with some happy news because if you look around us, everything's falling apart around us. From nature, the environment, we've had hurricanes, earthquakes, the political issues, the start of warfare pretty soon, or possibly, it's still up in the air, living with that forever and a day. We have to make things in life a little bit easier to break away and disconnect. So I'm going to do some things to try to brighten your day up, hopefully. I'm going to start out with a little news report that I found about pets. Recent studies by Mayo Clinic suggest that allowing your dog to sleep next to you in bed helps you get a better quality of sleep. I could use that. I got a cat. She bugs the crap out of me the whole time. The study examined 40 adults with their pups for 7 nights. Both the humans and their canine counterparts wore motion tracking devices to determine the quality of sleep. On average, people with dogs in their rooms, but not on their beds, maintained 83% sleep efficiency, while people with dogs in their beds maintained 80% sleep efficiency. Probably because they're afraid to move anywhere because you're going to roll over on a dog. Since the study was relatively small, the researchers weren't able to determine whether the breed or size of the dog made any difference. And if you're wondering how your dog feels about co-sleeping, there's no need to worry. Regardless of location or additional human bed partner, dogs seem to rest well. So if you have a dog, let him sleep in your bed. I can't see it with my cat. She won't leave me alone. She wants up. She wants something. She's patting on my head so I don't sleep very well. But it's something to consider. Another thing that I've been looking at is a good article about 5 things to do today to make your life better. And this is brought to us by the earlytorise.com. One of their suggestions is give gratitude. Being grateful should not be limited to Thanksgiving, but having gratitude has been linked to better health, sounder sleep, less anxiety and depression, higher long-term satisfaction with life, and kinder behavior towards others, including romantic partners. I think we all should need to be kinder to others, whether it starts with little gestures and working our way up to everyday things. Half those gestures were proper manners that I learned a long time ago from my grandparents. Their second suggestion is meditate for minutes. How much would you pay for a pill that promised you less anxiety, more focus, improved patience, greater creativity, and a better memory? All without side effects. All these benefits are freely enabled to you through meditation. Does not take long, nor is it difficult to experience the benefits. As little as a minute of slow, deep breathing calms you down, lowers blood pressure, and just a few minutes per day delivers an incredible return in the investment. Admittedly, it's not an easy habit to keep, but if you keep working on it, it does show these effects. And also, it goes back to when you're heated, count to 10, relax, and you could attack the problem without being so frustrated. Their third idea is write a thank you card to someone every day. Give one to your family members, a coworker. Yeah, sometimes a coworker won't do it, but writing a card is getting your emotions out there. It's showing someone gratitude, and that gratitude will come back to you. But these are all beginning practices. Their fourth idea, the 3 E's: exercise, eat right, and be early to rise. I have a problem with early to rise, sorry to say. We are incredibly fortunate to eat whatever and whenever we want. One of our greatest meals I've ever had was rich 5 cuisine lunch at the Tornio Wine in Tuscany. And this is from the author, because this isn't me. But tempting as it might be, we can't eat like that every day. It's fine to enjoy 1 or 2 meals of your favorite food and drink in moderate amounts each week. But history proves a rich diet is a recipe for gout, diabetes, and an early death. Fortunately, we have the opportunity to eat delicious meals made from nutrition-dense organic foods. I myself, because of my work schedule and everything, I eat 6 small meals, but I kept that during my lifting routine too. Chicken in a salad almost all the time. I do splurge once a week. That's about it. I do have to tighten my diet up right now, but it's something we can do to benefit us for the long run. When it comes to exercise, you don't need a $5,000 treadmill or $2,500 weight machines set up in a dedicated home gym. You'll look and feel better and younger for a simple program of walking and bodyweight exercises. And in my ISSA personal training certificate, the class I took, body weights, walking. There's so many things you can relieve from your body, from stress to looking younger to feeling better, raising your confidence, from going a near diabetic like I was down to nowhere near that. My weight has dropped. I probably put on a few more pounds, but I need to take those back off. At least I realize I got to do that. Their fifth and last suggestion is think big. You don't have to be told this twice. As an ETR reader, you're already successful, and you've been doing big since the day you were born. Since I stumbled through that, let me go back. We've all had big ideas since the day we were born. There are benefits to formalizing your big thinking. There's ways to set your goals within realistic region and to step forward. Sort of like I'm doing with this podcast now. It's just planning, looking ahead, looking to the present, realizing each and every step you have to do. And it's not just for work or business, your personal life itself, your money, your savings, your future goals for your life. Each one is tiny steps, and you can't be put down when one of your steps is taken away. You gotta have a plan B, C, and D, and realize you are gonna have to take the different steps to get to your goal, but you can achieve it. You always got to remember you can achieve your goal. And these things will help better our day, our lives, make things easier for us. Speaking of making things easier, I have a list of 11 things that will make things a little bit simpler in life. A few of these I definitely do follow. Some of these I got to work on. But don't we all? We're all human. We all have to work on things. Number 1 is use a task manager. When you get everything out of your head, you should get the tasks you need to do either into a task manager or your calendar. We all have it on our smartphones, calendar and the task manager. I use the calendar a lot to keep me reminded of things, what has to be done. For the podcast room, I keep a whiteboard on the back of the door, and I write down everything I'm trying to achieve and everything I need to do. And for some cases, when equipment's arriving, when props are arriving, stuff like that. Stay clutter-free. Clear out your home and your office regularly. The less stuff you have, the less complicated your life will be. Keep it simple when it comes to personal belongings. Don't hang on to stuff that's neither useful nor beautiful. I'm a collector, so I hang on to the stuff, but I keep it organized. I got to go through some more stuff. The house is kept pretty well cleaned. I hate when clutter is around. It affects you. And when your house is cluttered, your living environment, your working environment, your mind's cluttered. So try to clean up that stuff. Get rid of stuff. If you're not using it, have yourself a garage sale. Sell it on eBay. Refurbish it maybe to get to your goal. And number 3, to coincide with that, clean as you go. And this one I suck at, really. I promise you, I do not clean as you go. Mom always told you clean as you go. And I was never into taking advice from my mom on that. It is a wise procedure to keep in your life. It goes along with clutter-free. Like they say, cleanliness is close to godliness. I'm tripping over words tonight. Put away things when you're done with them, tidy it up, and it actually helps you in the long run. Like, I'll make a mess of the house during the work week. And then when my day off comes, I got to spend the day trying to clean house. And that's not productive to my time. I could be doing other things that need to be done, and so on. If you have kids, get your kids on a routine, a constant routine of when to get up, when to eat, when to brush their teeth. It will make things a lot easier if they're kept on that routine. They'll know what to do. It won't be a fight when it's time for bedtime, when it's time to get up. Keep that routine. You'll know how to time everything in between what they got to do if you're a parent. It really, really helps. I've seen a lot of kids that don't have a routine. They're confused. They get up, they're tired. They go to bed at odd times. They don't know what's going on. So put your kids on a routine. It will help you in the long run. Plan your week in advance. Use the calendar to plan everything you got coming up, meetings, work, what needs to be done around the house, with your car, your vehicle. Like right now with me working a lot, I'm trying to squeeze in what to do with my vehicle, but I try to keep everything planned out in advance, including my meals. So if I keep everything planned out, I have time to do things I got to do. Sometimes you get into a heavy work week, a busy week. So the next one to do is write things down. Write as much down as you possibly can, from ideas, goals, dreams, responsibilities. You keep it all written down, you refer back to it. Because you got a lot of information going through your head, you forget stuff. Something gets swept under the rug that you forgot about. I do it here with a podcast, with work, with everything going on. I got to write things down or I'll forget about everything, or I'll screw up and mess up. And meanwhile, I had the notes on how to do it right. Plan your meals. Plan your meals is a good one. I plan out way in ahead, especially for my lunches for work. Everything, well, it's almost the same thing every time, but I plan those out as much as I can. Everything's in a freezer. Just grab and go, warm it up, and keep them healthy for you. You can plan way in advance and keep healthy. And that'll create a situation where you're eating healthy food. It's grab and go, less time cooking, especially if you do it all at once. Sometimes I cook my work week stuff way in advance, keep it cold, stored in locked, safe Tupperware containers. They seal up real good. The salads, though, I make those the morning before. I hate when my vegetables get all wilty and stuff. I don't like that. The next one to help you out is create a budget. Always keep tabs on everything, either using a spreadsheet, written down, somewhere safe and secure that someone can't grab hold of. And know what your budget is and stick to it. That way you don't overdraw. Maybe you could put away extra, or maybe you could do extra things. And the last one, and this is one I've been talking about through the podcasts here and there, is disconnect. Disconnect from the electronic world. Put the electronics away for half a day. Just come back and check them every once in a while. By once in a while, I mean 3-4 hours. Get away from all that, because a lot of that, if you notice any trends on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, somewhat for me, all you see is bad stuff, and it gets depressing when you're constantly bombarded with that. Disconnect. Just turn it off for a while. Enjoy life. Next one to help you out is learn to say no. Helping others is a noble trait, but it's also important to recognize when helping others is making you suffer. Get in the habit of putting yourself and your family first. If you say yes to helping someone at work, does that mean you have to say no to helping out your family members? You got to put your priorities and you got to just say no sometimes. Just look out for yourself every once in a while. And lastly, be in the present. The more we can live in the present moment, the simpler and happier our lives will become. Learn to simplify your life and be grateful for all the things you have in it at that moment. Happiness does not come from more possessions and more achievements. Happiness is simplicity. And simplicity is what we need to aim for these days. Become happier. Enjoy life. So those are a few hints and ideas from me to you. Try to get a simple life, a happy life. Because right now in these times of great stress, great demand on us, we got to cut loose, find our center, become one with karma. Okay, I'm going to end today's podcast with a little update on the December 8th through 10th, 2017 Steel City Con, where pop culture rules. Now for the attendees so far, we got John Cusack from Say Anything. He'll be there Saturday and Sunday. James Phelps and Oliver Phelps. You'll probably know them as the Weasley brothers from Harry Potter. They'll both be there signing autographs. Seth Gillum from The Walking Dead played the character Father Gabriel. Then we're going to have Tom Wilson. He played Biff from Back to the Future. He'll be there signing autographs. The one I'm going for, I don't have his signature yet, Lou Ferrigno from The Incredible Hulk. Be nice to see him. Barbara Hershey. She was on Beaches, Hoosiers, Insidious 1, and Chapter 2. She'll be there signing autographs. Steve Weber. I remember him in the show Wings. Used to watch that all the time. Sherilyn Fenn. She's known for Twin Peaks and the Gilmore Girls. Daniel Logan will be there. He played the young Boba Fett. From Happy Days, Marion Ross. She'll be there. We just seen, I think it was 2 shows ago, Henry Winkler, The Fonz. So this would be nice to add on to that. And Anson Wilson. He was from Happy Days too. He was known as Potsy Weber. Oh, and another one, Don Most. He played Ralph from the Happy Days. So that'd be a nice setup. You could have, if you did the last one, you could have almost everybody from the cast. Also, there'll be, this would be perfect for December, Zach Ward and Scott Swartz. They were from The Christmas Story. And Yano Anya, Yano is his first name. Anaya is his last name. He played Grover Dill from The Christmas Story. And that's about it for now. The guys from Garrison, I'm going to screw this name up. Garrison Carida. They dress up as the stormtroopers and they always show up at the shows. They're pretty cool. They have some great outfits. Some of them are picture perfect to the movie itself. I don't see anybody canceling as of yet. It's still early. They always do a costume contest. It's usually on a Sunday. That is stunning to see what some people do. So far, there is nothing scheduled for the event schedule. Waiting for it to load. Celebrity Q&As. Some of these are usually good. I went to the comic book one. That was real good. It was funny. Well, since we have nothing new under there, we have no pricing yet. Well, it's still early into this show. So that's still CityCon. Remember, that's December 8th through 10th. That'll be wintertime one. Always somebody there to get a signature from. There's always a lot of great vendors. If you're a collector, you can pick up a lot of good stuff from there. Okay, that's going to be it for the Buzzard's Nest podcast for this week. Remember, clean and clutter, organize, pre-make your meals, get away from the electronics, except for listening to this podcast because I need the listeners. All right, everybody, have a good one.